Greetings everyone, my name is Ntlhabe Shihluke, surprice, and I will be teaching Economics Management Science, commonly known as EMS, for grade 7. So our topic for today will be the economic problem. Before we dive into the topic, I will introduce a mere example like, have you ever wanted a new phone, fancy sneakers, or even more pocket money to school, but you have come to realize that you can't always get everything that you want? Well, that's exactly what we call the economic problems. It happens because our wants are unlimited, but the resources that we can use to get them are like raw materials, money, and time are limited. So we have to make choices on which one to choose. So today I'm going to explain this important concept and show you real life example in how it affects us in South Africa or relates to our life. Now let's look into the economic problem. The economic problem is a central idea in economics. It exists because we as human beings we have unlimited needs and wants. We are never fully satisfied. Once one want is met, another one takes place. But the challenge is that the resources we need, such as land, money, time, and materials, are limited. This means that we cannot have everything we want, and choices must be made. Now, let's look into the definition of economic problem. The economic problem is about scarcity. Scarcity means that resources are too limited to meet all our needs and wants. We may have many things, more food. We may want many things, more food, better clothes, or new technology, but our resources like money, time, and goods are limited. We cannot get everything we want at a given time. This gap between unlimited wants and limited resources is what creates the economic problem. Always remember that. Now, let's look at this real life example to make this idea clear. In the other hands, people always have unlimited wants. They want more goods and services to improve their life. On the other hand, then the resources to make these goods and services like land, money, time, and materials are very scarce. Because of this, choices must be made. People, businesses, and governments must decide what is most important on what must be left out. They may choose to build hospitals, they may choose to improve schools, but one will be left out. In real life example, you have 100 rand, you want food, clothes, and sometimes you want airtime, but you can't afford all three at once. You have to choose. This shows scarcity and choice in action, that you have to make a choice on which one you have to choose. Not just because you don't need the other ones, but just because the resources that you have to get what you want among the three is limited. Now let's look at opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost of the next best alternative that you give up when you make a choice. For example, if you decide to buy bread, it means that you cannot buy sweets with the same money. In this case, the sweets are the opportunity cost of buying bread. Why it matters? The economic problem matters a lot because it affects families, businesses, and even government. Family must decide on how to spend their incomes. Should they buy food, pay school fees, or save for the future? Business must decide what to produce. Should they focus on clothes, electronics, or food? Government must decide how to use the taxes that they collect. Should they build school, hospital, or another things? And that will be the end of our lesson. So the economic problem is about scarcity, which forces us into making decisions and choices. And every choice has an opportunity cost. So thank you for joining us. I wish you all the best.